I was home in Nebraska for Christmas break, and there was an email with "Babe" in exclamation points, and I went, "Oh, what's this?" from Jill. And I opened it, and she was talking about this National Women's Music Festival and how she wanted to invite both Allie and I back to reprise our roles, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool! Because I love new work and new composers and getting to work with living composers and living librettists, and so getting to help workshop a living, breathing piece of art and then getting to reprise that role was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I kind of had the same thing. I was at home as well for Christmas break, and I just remember I got the same kind of email, and it just told us that, you know, we really want you to reprise the role. We loved your guys' performance and the dynamic that we had, which was really great because I loved working with Melanie. But yeah, I was so excited, just the fact that I got to play this role again and play the part of Babe, because I feel that this musical is really powerful and it has a great story, and that I feel that it's a story that needs to be told right now. And I think the biggest thing that I guess learned in this musical, especially with Babe and the character, is that, you know, there are going to be loads of people that are going to tell you no, and you can't do that. And I loved that Babe just, you know, defies every odd and just goes, no, I'm going to do what I want, and I can do anything I put my mind to. And so I think that's the greatest lesson you can learn from that musical, and the fact that we are working with Jill and we got to work with Carolyn, and to work with them on a one-on-one was just so great, really, and it was a great experience to really bring our roles to life. So yeah.
I think the crux of the story, at least for me, comes in a rant/monologue that Babe has when my character Lily is telling her that, you know, she has to play by the rules, specifically referring to the amateur versus professional designations in sports. Yeah. And Babe goes on this rant that ends with this really, really poignant line that I remember reading it, and it just like hit me in the gut, where she says, I know the rules back and forth, and I can tell you no man would play by the rules laid down for girls. And I thought that summed up the essence of what this musical brings to light so well.
It's really great.
It's really powerful, and it is a story that needs to be told, and it really told.
Yeah, and I think it's still kind of hidden, and I'm just really excited with the fact that we got to perform it at ASU, and it got such a great response. I mean,
it was a sold out audience.
It was sold out. Everyone loved it, and it was. I remember Melanie and I were talking before the show, and I just said, I'm so nervous, and she said, I am too, and I said, just because, you know, because
if you mess up, the composer's like right there, and the librettist. So if you mess up the words,
but also, you know, the audience, I mean, it's not a musical they know. It's totally new, and it's not like you're going to see, you know, Newsies or Phantom of the Opera for the 80,000th time. I mean, it's completely new, and it's very unfamiliar, but it was so great just to get a wonderful response from that, and that people said they loved the story, and they loved, you know, that it showed that you can do anything you want in life, and you can pursue your dreams. And I think that it does happen a lot, especially with women, but as men as well. No matter who you are, you like go for your dreams and pursue them, and that's exactly what Babe did. No matter who told her no, she still did it, and so it was so wonderful just to see everyone really love the story and get to hear all the music. I mean, they loved the music, and they loved, you know, our dynamic too, which was really fun because we just wanted to get that right. So.
And it was funny because we were in another show together.
Yeah.
At the same time.
At the same time it was rehearsing, yeah.
Went up like a week later. So we were Babe and Lily one week, and then the next week we were like mermaids.
Yeah, in an opera. So it was very fun to do that, and just to, you know, and I remember even when Brian, I mean, I don't remember exactly how, I mean, you went and auditioned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brian Damaris, he's the director for Arizona State University's Lyric Opera Theater program in their Herberger Institute, which Allie and I are a part of. Well, Allie is an alum.
I'm a graduated now.
Now, technically.
Yeah.
And I remember on the audition forms for the season, there was this line about, do you want to be considered for the new works? And I love new work, as I've stated before, and so I put yes, exclamation point, like smiley face. So they just know at this point that I really like new works. And so I was really excited when he asked me to be a part of it. So
yeah, I just remember I was actually auditioning for Guys and Dolls.
Oh,
and that's how I got the call, is he asked me, he sent me an email and said, hey, I'd really love you to call you back for the role of Babe in Babe and Olympian musical. And I said, oh, sure, why not? Let's go see, it's a new works, why not? And so he had me come in and sing, and I remember I was, plunking out the music, and I just remember it was kind of exciting just to be learning new stuff that's like never been done. And so when I went in, I had no idea what the story was about. Until he told me, he's like, oh, it's about Babe Didrikson. And I said, oh, okay. So, because my voice teacher, she's like, it's about Babe the pig? And I said, no. So we were very confused at first, but, he
it's
clarified.
A very different Babe.
Yes, so it was very fun to go and work with him on that. And so I didn't really know what was going to happen. And then he emailed me about a week later and said, yeah, I'd love to give you the role of Babe. And I just said, oh my gosh, great. So that was very fun to get to work with that, and the fact that we got to work with all of our friends as well, in the program, in our musical theater program, we just all got to come in, and even some opera students too came in, and so that we all got to work together in such a quick process. We had people coming up to us after the show saying, oh, you must have worked on that for weeks, and we said,
like,
oh no, we did that in a week.
Yeah.
So it was really fun, but I think probably my favorite part was working with, Jill and Carolyn, and just having that one-on-one time and really, getting to know the character with them and getting, the flow of the music just right. It was so awesome to do that. So I'm way excited to come to the National Women's Music Festival. It's my first time.
Me too.
So we're very excited about that, and to share this story of Babe with so many more people. So we're just hoping it has just as good of a response as ASU did.
Yeah.
So, yeah.